Welcome in here, race fans. Tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we're back with some of that dirt track, short track racing that we all love. Right here from the Limaland Speedway. It's the RNR Graphics Night here for the Bartell Builders Big Block Series, presented by Red Light Racing. Up in the booth here tonight, it is myself, Muth, up here in the booth, bringing you all the racing action here from the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park, and we're glad you are here. This is race number 3 of the season for the Bartell Builders Big Block Series, and it has put on some great shows. 7 heat races so far this season, race fans, and we have officially 7 different heat race winners. How do you end up with that many heat races and that many different winners? Well, yes, it's 7 heat races, but it's only 2 feature events this season. Cole Day and Justin Fuller, they have both won a feature event here this season. So those 2 drivers right now are sitting 1 and 2 in the championship standings coming into the night here at the Limaland Speedway. We'll see if those points championship standings are going to stay the same, or if somebody's going to walk off here tonight with a little bit of a cushion. Let's take a look here if we can get the truck to pull that up for us. Let's take a look at those championship standings coming in to the night. This is what your championship standings look like, brought to us here by the Weatherby's Championship Standings. There you see it. Justin Fuller has the points championship lead. He has it by just 1 point over Cole Day. There's Cole Day sitting in second. Both those 2 drivers have won a feature event here this season with the Upstate Racing League. Robbie Schaefer is sitting third with 182 points, and it's Brian Hacker, the last season's champion in the late model division. And then there it is, the 33R of Paul LaCourte rounding out the top 5. Josiah Millen, Dylan Ravtoy, Brett Bartels there in the number 2B. Then it's Charlie Hayes. Talk about Charlie last week laying down one heck of a run for the ages. Had a very quick 015 machine. He is sitting 9th in the championship standings. Chris Brown, a very rough night last time they hit the tracks with these big blocks. He's back there in 10th. Justin Smith, Wade McDuff, Nicholas Weatherby. He's picked up a last chance qualifier win this season and had some very strong cars in his heat races. Al Smith is there. He's picked up a heat race win. Doug Ungari also has one of those heat race wins to his name. And then it's Konjerski, Justin McDuff, Jimmy McIntyre rounding out that top 18 in the points championship standings. So we'll see at the end of the night here with the RNR Graphics 60 if that's going to change or if that will all be the same. Well, I have a feeling here tonight at some point things are really going to start to shake up because these drivers, it's round number 3. So they've been on the track together for, 2 weeks now, plus all the practice time that's been put up throughout the week leading up to this event here at this small little bull ring track. So these drivers currently are sitting in their practice session, going through their drivers meeting. Of course, we got to get all the drivers on the same page before we go racing here tonight at Limaland. We don't want any mishaps on the track. We haven't had that many issues this season. And, coming into this one, I don't believe it's going to be any different. We got to thank the main sponsor, though, that makes everything happen here with the Upstate Racing League. Of course, all the guys over at Bartell Builders being the title sponsor here on the dirt side, coming back in 2021. The Bartell Builders focus on providing high-quality service for your construction needs. Whether it's new construction, repairs, installs, or damage repairs, Bartell Builders has you covered. For your everyday need, based out there in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Contact them today for your home repair and all your repair needs. We also got to thank the guys over at RNR Auto Graphics, a restoration and chassis shop in Mooresville, New York. I wanted to say North Carolina, race fans, because we all know that area, but no, it is Mooresville, New York. And also, they have an iRacing paint division. Contact them today to get your bad Mamba Jamma ride today here on iRacing. Does look like the checkered flag is waving here tonight. That means we're getting ready to go to our Best Colorful Creations qualifying. So these drivers are going to get 2 laps or 2 minutes as you see them start to percolate out there onto the speedway. They will be battling for that quick time award here tonight. So that quick time award, of course, brought to us by our friends over at Eddie's Meat Market. Eddie's Meat Market is the home of Eddie's Ring Bologna and where the old-fashioned service can still be found. Located in New York, Eddie's Meat Market is the official meat supplier of the Upstate Racing League, and nobody beats Eddie's Meat. So as they take to the qualifying, here's the race info for tonight. We are here at the Limaland Motorsports Park in Ohio. Take a look there on the bottom right of that slide. There you see the top 5 of the Dan Dubuque Memorial Race last week. Justin Fuller, there's Big Chucky finishing second. Robbie Schaefer finishing third with Brian Hacker in fourth, and Cole Day in that 5th position. So that's how your top 5 kind of shook out after last week's race. Of course, that was the Dan Dubuque Memorial over at the Lanier National Speedway. You know, we still miss Dan every day. So we race for him every time the Upstate Racing League comes to the service. Taking a look here tonight, it does look like 29 drivers have made their way here for race number 3 of the season. So we will only have 3 heat races tonight, all 28 so far, 28 out of the 29, as the 1W of Wayne McDuff currently is having some issues getting his 1W out onto the speedway. It does not look like he will take a qualifying time here tonight. So the quick time will go to the driver out of Montana. It's going to be Doug Ungari, Alex Bell, Brian Hacker, Al Smith Jr., and Brett Bartels right now locking themselves in with the 5 fast times here tonight. They should not have to go to a heat race or the last chance qualifier tonight to lock themselves in. Heat races tonight will be 12 laps. Actually, all that did for those top drivers, it put them in their heat races and inverted them. So, a little mistake here reading that the nightly format for us here in the booth. We apologize for that. We'll get you the correct info here as soon as our stat guy hits me in the back of the head with that one. But we are ready to go racing here. Heat race number 1 for the Best Colorful Creations heat races. Cars out onto the speedway now. Let's take a look here at our starting lineup for heat race number 1. It's Big Charlie. Charlie Hayes going to be driving the 015 here tonight out of New York. He'll start P number 1. Alex Oriens in the 9NY will roll off P number 2. Driver out of South Glen Falls, New York, driving the Smith Racing Inc. number 96. It is Hal Smith Jr. He'll go 3rd. Doug Ungari fast time and qualifying in the 00 out of Montana. He'll go 4th. Brian Jones in the 9NY. He'll go 5th. Kelly Dahl out of Canada will go 6th with Cole Day driving the 99. He'll go 7th. Racing Jason Dobbs in 8th. Colin Phillip there in the 53. He'll go in the 9th position with Chris Brown driving the 136 here tonight. He'll go 10th on the grid. All drivers out onto the speedway as the green flag is back up. We are racing tonight. Haynes going to get a great start down there. As you see it, it is his 12 laps the distance here tonight in our heat races. Heat race number 1 out here and leading lap number 1. Charlie going to pick right up where he left off last week. He's going to lead that lap. One driver working the outside. That was the 53 of Colin Phillips there. It looks like he got bounced around a little bit along with Racing Jason Contact down the bottom side of the speedway. There's the 9J. That is actually the 9J of Brian Jones down there. Tried to work the inside of the speedway. Him and Chris Brown made a little bit of contact. Right now, that transfer spot would go to the driver out of Canada. That's the number 86 of Kelly Dahl. Here comes the man that's second in the points championship standings. He has a win back at the season opener down at Volusia. Here comes the 99 of Cole Day. 8 laps to go that time by at the line. Phillips trying to make a move here on the Avengers, number 98, the Eastern Tennessee driver out of Crossville, Tennessee. Racing Jason, missing last week's event, so not picking up any points at Lanier. Trying to rebound here tonight. Pass for that final transfer spot, though. Cole Day going to pass the 86. That's going to put Day into the transfer spot. Top 5 will advance. Charlie still out front. The John Deere 015 machine has come to play tonight again. Haynes will come by this time. It'll be just 4 laps to go here. Doug Ungari still holding on to that 6th position. Right on board here with our Best Colorful Creation onboard camera with Doug Ungari. You see everybody back there battling. There you see the 9NY of Alex Oriens battling with the 96 of Al Smith. And Cole Day is right there also. Next time by, they come across the start-finish line. It'll be 2 laps to go for Charlie. Can he pick up a heat race win? 2 laps to go. Final lap around the speedway here for heat race number 1. Cold Day still holding on to that final transfer spot. Kelly Dahl starting to close in on him. Doesn't look like Chris Brown's going to be able to make up the ground, or Racing Jason. Heat race number 1, gonna go to Charlie. Charlie Hayes picks up heat 1 tonight here at the Limaland Speedway. Ungari, Alex Oriens, Al Smith, Cold Day, all will go on and advance. So as heat race number 2 starting to make their way to the grid. Take you through your starting lineup for the heat race number 2 tonight. Driving the 33R, it's the RNR Auto Graphics Magic Bus Racing, Paul LaCourte machine. He'll start P1. His outside, it's the Hamburg Hot Dog, the Full Moon Garage, number 97 of Robbie Schaefer. Behind him, driving out of the Midwest, driving the 2B of Brett Bartels. Starting in the 4th position, it's the Bellman, Alex Bell, driving the 23. Jimmy McIntyre, driving the Best Colorful Creation, Eddie Meats Market, number 81. He'll go 5th. Scott Austin out of Illinois is driving the number 5 here tonight. He'll be scheduled for 6th on the grid, but it looks like he's going to miss the call. Driving out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the Keystone Motorsports Jordan Henn Racing, number 40, it's Josiah Millen, starting 7th. Driver of the 4R of C.J. Lavere out of New York, out of the RNR Auto Graphics 4R, he'll go 8th. Andrew Plank, driving the 64 here tonight, he'll start 9th. And tagging the tail of the field here, it will be the 1W of Wayne McDuff. That's your 10-car field. 1 car not going to make the grid here, and that will be the driver of the number 5, Scott Austin. He won't make the grid. Everybody getting set. They're ready to go here. Green flag up into the air. We're racing again here at Limaland for heat race number 2. Robbie Schaefer going to make the outside move here down in 1 and 2. LaCourte really on the binders there, trying to rotate that car on entry. It will be the Full Moon Garage, number 97 of Robbie Schaefer, picking up the top spot here as the battle's back here for the final transfer spot. Look at Millen. He's going to go high, wide, and handsome here, trying to get around C.J. Lavere. Jimmy McIntyre down to the bottom side of the speedway right now as Wade McDuff currently sitting there, trying to pick up another spot. Our Ski Graphics onboard camera with the driver out of New York. The Hudson Falls driver trying to find his way from the back. Did not get a qualifying attempt in tonight. There you see it right now. It's C.J. Lavere in the 4R who has the top, or that final transfer spot tonight. Battle back for the race lead. Here comes the RNR Auto Graphics number 33R. LaCourte down to the inside here, trying to stalk Robbie Schaefer. Schaefer so far has been able to hold on. See the dirt flying off our GoPro camera tonight, presented by Best Colorful Creation here in the Best Colorful Creation heat race number 2. LaCourte still able to hold that bottom side of the speedway. Robbie's just been able to pretty much pinch it off, but here comes Bartels in the 2B entry, the Bartel Builders machine. Works the inside very nicely. He'll slide up in front of Alex Bell. A little bump down the straightaway there. Bumps developing on the speedway with 5 laps to go here in our heat races tonight. Bell trying the inside of the track. Not quite able to get around that 2B entry. Looks like Millen has caught the 4R, but he has not been able to work his way around. Trying the outside of the speedway. C.J. Lavere doing a good job of holding onto that spot. Scott Austin has come out onto the speedway a couple laps behind everybody, but it will get him some track time here tonight. Josiah Millen still working the high side. C.J. Lavere has actually pulled away from him, and now he's caught the next 2 drivers as he'll throw it into the corner. A little bit sideways. Final lap out on the speedway as it's Schaefer out front. LaCourte, Bartels, Bell, but the final transfer spot, you watch it right here. Final time into 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4 to be Robbie Schaefer picking up the heat race win with Paul LaCourte. Brett Bartels, Alex Bell, and CJ LeVere will hang on. So Robbie Schaefer going to pick up a heat race win here tonight. So this will be heat race number 3 now making its way, and it should be the final heat race of the night. Starting lineup for heat race number 3 going to look something like this. The driver driving the number 20 out of the Empire Racing Stables. The 20 of Justin McDuff will roll off first. Your points championship leader, it's the 51, the Aftermath Motorsports driver of Justin Fuller. Behind them, driving the number 45 here tonight, the Smith Racing Inc. entry. This is Justin Smith. Driver driving the number 11 Illinois. Out of Illinois, it is Brian Hacker. Starting in the 5th position, driving out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the number 77H. This is Jordan Henn. Starting in 6th position here tonight, driving the number 24, and this is Nicholas Weatherby. Starting in 7th, driving the SUNY's Country Market, it's going to be the 926 of Richard French. Starting in 8th out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the number 31B, this is Donald Bennett. And the 22 of Dylan Rabtoy will round out our field here as we get ready to go. Green flag in the air. We'll race him into 1. 12 laps the distance. Final heat race of the night here as Jordan Henn in the 77H is down to the bottom side of the speedway. He'll battle with the 45 of Justin Smith. Not going to quite be able to make it work as now he's back down to the bottom. They went from 3 wide to 2 wide as this is the battle. Oh, contact there. Weatherby into Smith, and then French going to be right into the back of Nicholas Weatherby. No caution flag for the time being. Green flag stays out, so it's Fuller, it's McDuff, it's Hacker, Henn, and Smith. There you see the 45-45 of Justin Smith. He is right now sitting in that final transfer position as Jordan Henn runs just ahead of him. Smith down to the inside, almost making some contact there with Henn. He's able to keep each other's car off each other for the time being, but it is dirt track racing, so contact, it is a contact sport. 8 laps to go here. There's your top 5. They have broken away. There is your 6th place runner, the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, the 31B of Donald Bennett. Rookie to the dirt side of things this season, giving it a whirl here with the Upstate Racing League and trying to improve his program here on the big block side of things. Justin Fuller will come back around. He has led every lap since the drop of the green flag here tonight. He worked his way around Justin McDuff right on lap number 1. There'll be 5 laps to go this time. 5 laps to go. High 5 at the flag stand. Your top 5 have checked out. It's still Fuller, McDuff, Hacker, Henn, and Smith. Rabtoy and Weatherby both got their cars pointed back into the right direction, but right now the raised eye and tubing, number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy back here running into the 8th position. Nicholas Weatherby is just trailing just a little bit back here. He's running currently 9th with 4 laps to go. He's about a half a track behind your race leader of Justin Fuller. Fuller really looking like he wants this heat race because it will be able to get him a couple more championship points if he's able to pick up his heat race win. Brian Hacker working the outside of the speedway. Jordan Henn down on the bottom side digging. The white flag is going to go up, though. Justin Fuller going to try and lead all the laps here in this heat race. Going to wrap up our best colorful creation heat races here tonight, and Justin Fuller will come across the line here, and he will pick up the win with Justin McDuff. So it's Justin Fuller, Justin McDuff, Brian Hacker, Jordan Henn, and Justin Smith. Rounding out the 5 drivers that will advance, Donald Bennett, Richard French, Dylan Rabtoy, and Nicholas Weatherby will have to go to the last chance qualifier here tonight. Being passed along. We're going to take the top 11 out of this. We're only going to start 9 into our main event, but it's the last chance qualifier. This is your starting grid. Kelly Dahl will start on the front row here. There you see him in the 86. His outside is Keystone Motorsports, number 40 of Josiah Millen. Donald Bennett will start P number 3 here tonight in the 31B in the last chance qualifier with the 98 of Racing Jason in 4th. The 81 of Jimmy McIntyre will roll 5th tonight with Richard French in the 6th position. Chris Brown back in the 7th from downtown. Then it's going to be Wayne McDuff starting the 1W in 8th. Dylan Raptway in 9th. Colin Phillip there in the 53 back in 10th. It'll be Andrew Plank starting in 11th with Nicholas Weatherby back into the 12th position. Starting 13th here tonight in the last chance qualifier, it's the 9J of Brian Jones and the number 5 of Scott Austin. That is your starting lineup here for the last chance qualifier. High Racing Pace Truck will make the left-hand turn this time by. We're going to drop the hammer here. Put 20 laps on the board. Let's go last chance qualifier racing. Kelly Dahl, the great start down to the bottom. Look at Dobbs trying to thread the needle through the middle, though down at 1 and 2 was not able to make it happen. Millen to the top side of the speedway here. You're going to try and take the race lead. He'll lead lap number 1 of your last chance qualifier here on the RNR Auto Graphics night, trying to get to the big dance, 60 laps a little bit later on here tonight. Millen takes the race lead. Here comes Dobbs to the outside. Bennett down to the bottom side of the speedway. He started in that 3rd position, and he's fallen back a couple spots here as Kelly Dahl, Richard French, Wade McDuff all work ahead of him. That's the 81 of McIntyre. Look at everybody wad up down here into the corners. Everybody comes down the straightaway with such momentum, and then they get to the corner, and they gotta make that left-hand turn. Look at Brown down there. He's gonna hit those tires to the inside, trying to help that 136 turn. Right now, it doesn't look like it was quite working for him. He's gonna hit the tires with the left front once again. He'll work to the inside here on McIntyre. As he works to the inside. Oh, a little right rear action there. Gonna put both them behind the 8 ball here. 4 laps already in the books. Look at them all race. Everybody's got them wound up here. McIntyre still down to the bottom side of the speedway with Chris Brown stuck in the middle with Raptoy outside him. Weatherby, that's Nicholas Weatherby here tonight, driving the 24N butt kicker entry. He has picked up 4 spots currently, trying to get himself into the big dance. Look at our onboard camera here. Look at our Ski Graphics onboard camera with Dylan Raptoy right now. Watch how bouncy that left front is. A nice whoop section going down into the corner, and then look at all the dust being thrown up. $11 laps to go right now, and it's Millen, it's Dobbs, it's Dull, French, McDuff, Weatherby, Raptoy, Phillip, and then Brown right now in the final transfer spot as he's still down on the bottom digging. That's the 136 of Chris Brown down to the inside. He is currently sitting in that final transfer spot. Bennett and Scott Austin right now both sitting back here running into the final 2 cars that would make up the 2 cars that would be alternates here tonight. Wade McDuff trying to pick up another spot here. Try to advance his starting spot when we go A-Main racing in a little bit. Driver out of Hudson Falls, New York. Been a 3-car breakaway, though, right now. Kelly Dahl sitting in 3rd. Racing Jason Dobbs sitting there in 2nd with Josiah Millen up there taking the point on lap number 1 from Kelly Dahl, and he's just kind of run away with it for the time being. Andrew Plank down here. He went for a little bit of a ride down there. Took the cone out for pit road. He's got the Rowdy Energy drink number 64, though, pointed back into the right direction. Looks like he's just going to pull it into the infield. His night's going to be done. 5 to go this time, though. The driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, trying to bring it home here in the last chance qualifier. So Kelly Dahl starting to slide back, but that final transfer spot is still being held by the 136 of Chris Brown. There's Colin Phillip right now. He's running about, call it that inside to middle groove currently, as these drivers have all started to migrate towards the top of the speedway, but he's been able to keep that 53 closer to the inside groove here tonight. There you see Chris Brown. He'll pick up a spot there as he went around to the outside. There you see the 40 of Millen currently. He'll get the popsicle sticks that time by. It'll be 1 to go when he comes back across the stripe. 1 lap to go here in the last chance qualifier. So it's Millen, it's Dobbs, it's Kelly Dahl right there. Coming out of turn 4 to pick up the last chance qualifier win here tonight, it'll be Josiah Millen. Then it's racing Jason Dobbs in second, Kelly Dahl is third, Richard French in fourth. Wade McDuff in fifth, and it's going to be Nicholas Weatherby in sixth. Seventh to Rabtoy, eighth to Brown. Phillip will transfer in the final transfer spot here tonight at ninth. Well, that's going to put a... Well, the racing is done, race fans. That means our field is officially locked here tonight. With Millen picking up that last chance qualifier. We're take a quick break here, get our national anthems played, and we'll be back here to the Limaland Motorsports Park, and it'll be time for A-Main racing action.
The Upstate Racing League's Bartell Builders Big Block Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network is brought to you by Bartell Builders. New construction, repairs, and installs. Bartell Builders has you covered. The Weatherby, personalized gifts, and so much more. Key Graphics, graphic design work. Eddie's Meat Market, no one beats Eddie's Meat.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
Welcome back here to the Limaland Speedway tonight, race fans, for the Upstate Racing League, presented by Bartell Builders. Tonight, it is the RNR Auto Graphic 60. Our starting lineup is already set, but let's go down and talk to our last chance qualifier here tonight, making it into the show. Josiah Millen, how was that track out there? It looked like it was starting to get bumpy here tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely getting bumpy on the straightaways entering the corners. I knew in that Conti I needed to get to the top. Luckily, I started second, and top prevailed there.
So now this track in the last chance qualifier started to migrate to the top of the speedway. How are you going to come from the back of the field here tonight in the feature event if it's a high side track?
I'm just going to try to play the battle of attrition. Hopefully I can get a few cautions, try and work my way up, be patient, and see what we got for tonight.
Well, it looks like it's time to start to take to the grid here tonight. Josiah, good luck as you won the last chance qualifier.
Thank you.
There you hear from the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Josiah Millen will make it in as your winner of that last chance qualifier, so he'll start towards the back of the field. Should be about 16th starting spot for him, but it looks like all the cars are down onto the raceway getting ready. Let's see if we can take you through your starting lineup for your main event. This is the starting lineup tonight for your Auto Graphics. Auto Graphics 60. Charlie Hayes will start the 05 up front here with Robbie Schaefer right there in that second position. It'll be Justin Fuller sitting in third in the 51 with the 00 of Doug Ungari in fourth. Paul LaCourte back into the fifth position with the 33R. Justin McDuff's got the 20 tonight, rolling off sixth. It's the 9NY of Alex Oriens. He'll roll off seventh with the 2B of Brett Bartels in eighth. Ninth tonight will go to the number 11 Illinois of Brian Hacker. It'll be the driver out of South Glen Falls, New York. It's the boss man, the 96 of Al Smith, going 10th. It's the Bell. Alex Bell in the 23 will roll off 11th. Starting in the 12th position out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the 77H of Jordan Henn. Starting 13th here tonight, it's the 99 of Cole Day. To his outside, it's the 4R of CJ Lemaire. Driving the 45 here tonight, the number 15th starting position will go to Justin Smith. Josiah Millen, your last chance qualifier winner, will start the number 40 in the 16th position. Racing Jason Dobbs in the 98 will go 17th tonight with Kelly Dahl out of Canada, rolling off in the 18th position. Richard French in the 926 will go 19th with Wayne McDuff in the 1W going 20th. Driving the 24N tonight, it'll be Nicholas Weatherby going 21st with Dylan Rabtoy, the number 22, going 22nd. 23rd here tonight will be the 136 of Chris Brown, and Colin Phillip being your last car to take to the grid. Bennett and McIntyre, your next cars to enter if we'd have a dropout here before we go racing. But it looks like we're ready to go, race fans. Are you ready to go? It's time to go racing in the RNR Graphics. 60 laps here tonight at Limaland. Great start there by Hayes. He's going to lead us down with that John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer here tonight, and he's going to lead lap number 1. Battle for second right now as Schaefer's trying the outside here on Fuller. Fuller's still down to the inside, but they are 3 wide racing. It was McDuff. That's Justin McDuff, who just got shot out of a cannon there. Split between Smith and Oriens back there. Shot out of a cannon. Smith still working to the outside. You see the dust. That's somewhere up there is the driver out of South Glens Falls, New York. And that's not a pun saying up there, because South Glen Falls, New York, that is up there. Brian Hacker contact with the 9NY, the Epic Media Machine, the Troyer sponsored entry. 9NY of Alex Oriens getting knocked around just a little bit. There's Jordan Henn in the 77H. He's working the outside of the speedway right now. There's a 99 of Cole Day working the bottom side. We'll slide up there right next to the 4R. 4R is CJ Lemaire. Smith trying to make a move as he goes down to the bottom here on the 2B. Caution lights coming on. Debris down on the speedway is what we're being told. Debris on the speedway going to bring us under our first caution flag here tonight. And while we have a second, we forgot to do this. So let's pay the bills tonight as a debris caution.
The Upstate Racing League's Bartell Builders Big Block Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network is brought to you by Bartell Builders. New construction, repairs, and installs. Bartell Builders has you covered. RNR Auto Graphics. Look your best. Beth's Colorful Creation, the official cake provider of the URL. Scuny's Country Store, full-service deli and grocery store.
Being told there was a little debris down on the speedway. Your track crew able to get out there and gather that up quickly, so we're getting geared up and ready to go back racing here. Looks like the debris came off the 77H Jordan Hennett currently, who is sitting down on pit road to see if they can get the 77H repaired and back out onto the speedway here. So it'll be a double file restart. There you see the front two when we go racing next time by at the flag stand. It'll be Haynes, Schaefer, Fuller, Ungari, LaCourte, McDuff when we go racing. Pace truck down and in. Battle for the race lead this time here as Justin Fuller has come to dance back down to the bottom side of the speedway. Charlie able to hang it down there, hold him off. Now Fuller going to go to the outside. As Schaefer's going to try and fill the bottom side of the speedway. Look at the run. That rocket ship, the 51, is up around the top side. Haynes stays down to the bottom, and Fuller was there. He tried to squeeze him, wasn't able to quite to shut the door. Fuller was your race leader. Oh, look at the 015. I thought it was going to be the 51 that was going to start the bounce, but it was the 015. Caution lights back on. CJ LeVere in the 4R has gone around. Take a look. Oh, Millen gets into the left rear and turns the 4R around. The Best Colorful Creation rear bar camera here, the GoPro mount. Just a slight contact, and with the track being slick like it is, DJ goes around to no race, and Jason nowhere to go. He pile drives right in. LeVere stood right on the throttle, tried to spin the 4R back around. Wasn't able to. Watch the closing rate. Watch that yellow car come in with the orange numbers to the top side. Just the slightest of contact. So that'll stack everybody back up here to go back for a restart. The same players at the front of the field here on this restart. Charlie, Fuller, Schaefer, Ungari. Green flag up, and we're racing once again. 11 laps in the books here tonight. Fuller straight back to the top shelf. Charlie now this time, he's going to take the John Deere machine up there, but it's not high enough. Fuller's running just a little bit higher. You could a little contact there. Now the 51's going to try the inside here. Slide job coming. He's going to slide up. Haynes remembered it was coming. Look at him cross it back over. Charlie back to the point. Look at Robbie Schaefer. He's just riding that full moon garage down around the bottom. He says, boys, have at it up top there. Because you make the mistake, I'll drive around the bottom. There's the 33R of Paul LaCourte. He's back here. Right behind him, that's the 20 of Justin McDuff. Doug Ungari to the top side of the speedway. Bellman right there underneath the blanket. 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide again. One of them around. Your race leader. Race leader of Charlie Hayes going around. That'll bring out the third caution flag here this evening. What happened to Hayes as the caution lights come on? Let's go back and watch it. Oh, him and Fuller get together going into turn number 3. The 015 spins it around and actually just keeps his foot in it, but the track officials say put it out. There you see the contact as we go on board there with the 97 Full Moon Garage of Robbie Schaefer and the Ski Graphics onboard camera. So it looks like Charlie Hayes is going to have to tag the back of the field here. So it'll be Fuller restarting to the outside here with Robbie Schaefer to the inside of him. Then it's going to be the 33R of Paul LaCour, who's been sitting there in third all night long. Doug Ungari in fourth once again. It'll be the Bellman, Alex Bell, Justin McDuff, Brian Hacker, Brett Bartels, and Cole Day. Drop the green flag once again this time. Looks like we're going to wave the start off. We're going to go back around one more time. Not everybody actually in the correct positions here tonight. Give it one more lap. Race fans, we got to thank you all, though, for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the Bartell Builders Big Block Series, presented by the Upstate Racing League. Tonight, it is the RNR Auto Graphics 60. This time, green flag going to come out, and a big stack up. The 2B of Bartels tried to time it right, was right on the back bumper of the Wegmans, number 20 of McDuff. They kind of jacked them all up. Look at Brian Hacker in the 11 Illinois go high, wide, handsome there. He's got another Midwest driver, Cole Day right there behind him. See the 99, the nice graphics 99, setups by Schwartz Machine. Bartels and Hacker going to make a little contact there. Bartels in the 2B back down to the bottom side of the speedway. Who is that lurking to the inside? That is the driver of the number 24N, the driver out of Edmonston, New York. As O'Day going to get a hard right rear up into the wall. But Weatherby so far has picked up 13 spots since they dropped the green flag. And the man that's following him, they both came through the last chance qualifier. That's the 136 of Chris Brown. Up front, Fuller has started to pull away with Schaefer, Bell, and Ungari following. But look at this. There is Hacker, the 11 Illinois. Still rolling the outside of the speedway. Paul LaCour down to the bottom. Has not been. Kelly Dahl going to climb the fence in the 86 back here. But Kelly Dahl going to climb the fence. Going to drop a couple positions. Dahl back to running into the 16th spot now. There you see the last chance qualifier driver, Josiah Millen. He had to start the tag in the rear of the field after getting involved in that wreck with the 4R, CJ LeVere. LeVere working the inside there. He tags the brakes, and oh boy, Phillip really had to check up in that Carbon Junction, number 53. 3 wide back here. There's the boss man, Al Smith. He is back here. He's dropped 10 positions since that drop of that restart. See the coach's corner, number 96. Got to get a move on it right now because, well, closing in on halfway, and there's Justin Fuller. Where is he? He's checked out. 1.5 seconds over Robbie Schaefer. There you see Schaefer. Then it's Bell and Gary. Weatherby, though, still making that inside work for him. He's going to get around the 33R of Paul LaCour. LaCour's going to slam the door on the 2B of Bartels as they work down the straightaway. Crabtoy also back here in the scuffle. Cole J trying to drive that number 99 straight as Millen works the bottom side of the speedway. Oh, big wreck. Weatherby up over here on lap number 26, and looks like the 24N of Weatherby going to pull it straight down the pit road. Car broken. Cole Day looks like he was involved in it. He's going to come to pit road also. Richard French right now in the Scooties Country Market. 9:25 right now out in front of your race leader. 2 laps away from the halfway point. Fuller still out front leading as here's the 1W of Wayne McDuff picking up his 10th position. Well, he did for a second. Now it's back there to Brett Bartell's holding down the spot. Look at Charlie. Had to restart at the back of the field. You can tell he has a really fast hot rod here as he has worked from the back, now back inside the top 10. Charlie Hayes right now running in the 10th position. The only driver in tonight's field out of Connecticut, that's the Connecticut driver. Bartell's working the outside of the speedway, though, in that 2B Bartell Builders entry. He's getting some massive runs. Look at him drive it in straight, and then just pitch the car, get it to rotate, and he hammers back into it. Out in front of them, though, oh, there's the 20 of McDuff. All sorts of out of shape. Halfway home, that time by at the start-finish line, Justin Fuller gonna lead. Oh, Bartels parks it into the wall. Rabtoy gonna check up in the 22. Just makes a little contact. Millen's gonna try and scoot on through, try to make himself into the top 10 for the first time tonight. Look at CJ LeVere talk about a rebound of the evening. Oh, Millen gonna go around. Parking lot. Caution lights coming back on. 40 of Millen. Turned around. Millen, Wade McDuff, and CJ LeVere all making a little contact down in the corner. Millen again are pointed into the right direction, but let's go back and look. There you see Millen trying to make the move into the top 10. Oh, Millen drove it in a lot harder than Wade McDuff, and unfortunately the 4R of CJ LeVere was right there also. Right on board with the ski graphics, on board with Millen. You heard him try and slow up and hit the brakes, and unfortunately just wasn't anywhere to go as Millen spins her around. We'll have to tag the rear of the field now. So just over the halfway point home when this caution flag comes out tonight. A lot of good racing here tonight for the Bartell Builders Big Block Series here for the Upstate Racing League. A lot of the drivers' race cars that you see here tonight, the big blocks, well, they've been painted by Paul LaCourte over there at the RNR Auto Graphics Restoration Shop and Chassis Shop up in Mooresville, New York. And, of course, doing some iRacing paints on the side of things, getting these drivers looking really good. That's an R&R Auto Graphics number 97 of Robbie Schaefer as we get ready to go back racing. Green flag back up in the air. Schaefer going to follow the 51 into the corner. Not going to be able to do it. Ungari had a huge run, and he had to throw the boat anchor out the back to not run into the 97 of Robbie Schaefer. He'll go to the outside once again. Schaefer going to work the inside of the speedway. There's Brian Hacker. He's hacking the top side right now. He just walled himself. Schaefer going to be able to hold off. Oh, Hacker going to go up, ride the wall. His car damaged. His car knocks the rear end out of the 11 Illinois. 25 laps to go, and Hacker's trying to get the 11 Illinois off the speedway. He will, and we're staying green flag racing here. 24 laps to go. Fuller, Schaefer, Bell, Ungari, and look who is knocking on the top 5. Look at that. Here comes Chris Brown. Chris Brown from downtown is now inside the top 3 as that's Bell to the outside. Chris Brown having to come from a last chance qualifier, having a terrible race in his qualifier. Caution lights coming on here. 5th caution flag of the evening. It looks like the driver out of Crossville, Tennessee, Racing Jason, has taken the Avengers entry and gone for a little bit of a spin. What happened to Racing Jason here to bring out the 5th caution flag of the evening? Oh, we got tagged by Smith there. That's Justin Smith in the 45. So Dobbs just banks the left-hand turn there, turns it back around. But what happened to Brian Hacker? Let's go back. This is what happened to Brian Hacker in the 11 Illinois. You see him ride the wall, gets up onto the concrete, knocks the rear end out of the car. Broken bar on the back of that car. You see him just trying to get it off the speedway. And he does. So Hacker gets it off the speedway. Dobbs then took the spin off the nose cone there of the 45. So it looks like Dobbs will tag the back of the field here tonight. Halfway home tonight, though, in this RNR Auto Graphic 60. Fuller going to take the outside lane here once again when we restart. That'll be Schaefer, Brown, Bell, Ungari, Justin McDuff, your top 6. Under 25 laps to go. Green coming back out into the air, put 22. Oh, the inside lane did not go. Robbie Schaefer with a terrible start, checks the whole bottom lane up. Look at the 4R. CJ Lavere down there, 4-5 wide out of the corner, down the back straightaway. That's not going to work. The 22 of Dylan Rabtoy just went up the speedway, and I believe that was the 45 of Justin Smith that he got into. Look at them, they're still 3-4 wide back here. The 1W of Wade McDuff trying to follow his teammate on the 4R down on the bottom side of the speedway. He'll go even lower to Catfish here tonight. Little right rear to the 4R, and he'll work his way through. Up front, though, look at Kelly Dahl. He came from the last chance qualifier to battle inside the top 5. That's the 0-1-5 of Charlie Hayes, who's battled back. Look at the boss man throwing a slider. Al Smith out of South Glen Falls, New York, the coach's corner, number 96. Brought himself, put his boots on tonight, the big ones. Fuller still your race leader as they work out of the corner. Down the back straightaway they go. Fuller right up against the outside wall. He's going to bounce it off the wall that time. It's going to let Schaefer reel him in just a little bit, but they are still back here 3-4 wide racing. Kelly Dahl, oh, Smith's going to bounce it off the wall trying to enter the corner. He tried to set the car. Look at Doug Ungari. He's trying to follow that 96 right through the field. Ungari started up inside the top 10 and then has fallen back here. One of them going to get squirrely. The John Deere entry. Hayes going to fall back outside the top 10 again. Kelly Dahl, Wade McDuff, and Brett Bartels to the outside as the Bellman. Bell sideways. Bartels up onto the fence. He's going to wheelie it. The 2B of Bartels goes up into the fence. He wheelies it, keeps his right foot planted. So Bartels did exactly what Hacker did, went up, rode the wall, but the 2B's rear end stays intact. He'll fall back outside the top 10 now. He's got a lot of work to do to put his boots on and keep on trucking. Out front, though, there's the battle for the race lead. It's Fuller, it's Schaefer, it's Justin McDuff, it's Chris Brown from downtown. How about Wade McDuff? He's been battling that inside line since we went back racing here. McDuff picking up 14 spots as he's trying to work over his buddy there, Kelly Dahl. Isaiah Millen going to try and work the middle groove here now to try and work his way up because it'll be 10 laps to go. This time by for Justin Fuller and Robbie Schaefer. Nothing's changed out front. Still about a 3-4 car length gap between them. Al Smith still right there also. He's working the inside of the speedway. Oh, Millen getting a little bump down the straightaway there. He had to check the 40 up. Boss man trying to work the bottom side. Bell in the middle right now. There's Ungari. He's back inside the top 10. Trying to get his RMT entry. A good solid finish position here tonight. 8 to go. Rabtoy going to go up there. He's going to climb the fence. Caution lights coming on. Caution lights coming on, and it's your race leaders. Robbie Schaefer and Justin Fuller got together. What happened for the race lead? Under 10 laps to go. Fuller, your race leader. He goes to set the car, and oh, look at him. Gets tangled up in the wall, and Robbie Schaefer, an innocent bystander. Right on board with Robbie Schaefer here, the Ski Graphics onboard camera. See Fuller go into the And then Schaefer, with everybody running the top side, there was just no time to react. That is going to shake a lot of things up at the front of the field here. Watch it back. That's Justin Fuller going down to the corner. The car doesn't quite set. It jumps over the cushion. Robbie Schaefer nowhere to go. So the Full Moon Garage 97 will start towards the back along with Justin Fuller. He'll have to start at the back of the field. So that's going to shake things up with under 10 laps to go. We go single file restart. It will be Justin McDuff, Chris Brown, Kelly Dahl, Josiah Mill, and Alex Bell. 7 laps to go as the green flag flies in the RNR Auto Graphic 60. McDuff goes to the bottom there. Chris Brown going to try and keep it wound up. Here comes Millen looking to the inside on Dahl. He's got Alex Bell right behind him. Millen going to try and pick the spot up. Brown going to close the gap because, man, the laps are winding down here quick. Chris Brown from downtown. Can he make up some ground? 5 laps to go here. Kelly Dahl falling back on the outside of the speedway. What a comeback it's been for Kelly Dahl. Dahl going to have to check up. He wants to get to the bottom side of the speedway. It's where everybody's been being able to pass him here tonight. Doug Ungari still trying to work the outside of the speedway. He's bringing the Raptoy entry along with him. Raptoy riding the high side. Ungari back to the bottom, trying to pick up the 5th position if he can. 3 laps to go. There's the battle for the race lead. Well, there's nobody there because Chris Brown is sliding back into the 40s clutches of Josiah Millen. This will be the battle for second. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go here tonight in the R&R Auto Graphic 60-lap event here at the Limaland Speedway. 2 to go. Justin McDuff just wants to come back around here as these two run side by side. McDuff will pick up the white flag this time by. Final lap around the speedway. Battles for second, though, and the podium spots. McDuff going to sail her out of turn number 2. He's looking pretty down the back straightaway. Millen's still working the inside of the track. Picking up the win will be Justin McDuff here at Limaland. He'll win the R&R Auto Graphics. Second position going to go. Dead heat. Dead heat across the line. Josiah Millen going to pick up second here tonight with Chris Brown in third. Alex Bell going to be fourth. Doug Ungari in fifth. Al Smith going to be sixth with Dylan Raptoy there in seventh. Kelly Dahl in eighth. Charlie Hayes comes back to finish ninth with Wade McDuff in 10th position. There's your winner. He's going to celebrate the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York. He went from being the Bolden Tough Luck Award or Stop Bullying Award winner the other week. Well, this week he doesn't have to worry about that. One of his other competitors picked that up, so Justin McDuff going to do some celebrating here tonight. Unofficial results, of course, on the left-hand side of your screen. Here comes Wade McDuff, Justin's brother. He's going to give him a little congratulations. They're both not going to get their picture on that Tough Luck Award tonight, but who is going to get the Tough Luck Award tonight? Well, let's go back and watch it. This is your Bolden Racing to Stop Bullying Tough Luck Award moment. There's the 51, Justin Fuller, with under 10 laps to go, has the race lead. He goes down into turn 3 and catches the outside wall, and then Robbie Schaefer also. It's going to be a split Tough Luck Award tonight for the Bolden Motorsports Racing to Stop Bullying Tough Luck Award to Justin Fuller. Rough one here tonight for Fuller. Well, there's your race winner down there, race fans. We're going to see if we can get to talk to a couple of these guys that are going to finish the night off in podium spots. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at Limaland for the R&R Auto Graphics 60 as it has been completed tonight as our post-race show in a couple seconds.
The Upstate Racing League's Bartell Builders Big Block Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network is brought to you by Bartell Builders. New construction, repairs, and installs. Bartell Builders has you covered. Carpy's RC Wraps. The leader in RC car wraps. Find out more at carpys.com. Belden Motorsports. Racing to stop bullying. M&M Country Stores, the gas and convenience stop for the URL. The iRacing Asphalt Sprint Cup Series, racing Sundays and Tuesdays.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Limaland Speedway here for the RNR Auto Graphics 60 tonight for the Bartell Builders Big Block Series presented by the Upstate Racing League. The post-race show here tonight, well, it was a surprise to everybody. Not a surprise that these three drivers finished on the podium, race fans. It's just a surprise because under 10 laps to go, the whole running order here tonight got flipped and turned upside down, as Will Smith would say. And, well, let's not waste any more time. Let's go down to victory lane here tonight and get a word in with the driver out of the Empire Race Team, the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York, Justin McDuff. I'm looking at Smith's name here, but McDuff tonight, you get it done. How did you wind up in the right position at the right time?
Yeah, how about that one, huh? I don't know. I mean, I felt like I was decent. I definitely didn't have winning speed. Fuller was the class of the field, and I don't know if he just jumped it and got into the wall there or whatever happened, but my heart went in my throat because I was kind of heading towards both of them when they piled in there, and I just tried to stay off of them. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, huh?
I always tell myself that all the time, I'm not very good, so I guess I got to pull for something, and that's usually luck. But what did you see out in front of you when those two cars got together?
Well, I wasn't really paying too much attention to the high side because I kind of stayed to the low or middle line all night. I'm not really good at running the boards like some of these guys are. I'm afraid I'm going to overdo it and get into the wall. And with these, the margin for error is a lot more slim than it was with the late model. But I just saw Fuller. I looked like he spun. I'm not sure if he got the fence first. And then Schaefer had nowhere to go because he was right up there on the wall with him. So I just tried to stay off of them and scoot on by and then try to hit my marks in that last 10 laps after trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
Well, then it was surprised as you started on the front row here. You looked up in the mirror and you saw Chris Brown, who had come from the back out of the last chance qualifier. Were you worried that 136 had something for you in those closing 7 laps?
I was a little bit worried because I think I started like 6th or 7th, and short like halfway through the race, Chris was up there, and I think Josiah was up there too. So I knew that they both came from the back, maybe multiple times with all the carnage that kind of took place there in the back half of the top 10. But I felt okay about the speed I had on the short run, running that middle line. It seemed like it took the top a few laps to really kind of take off in comparison to the low and mid line. So I was able to hang on, and here I am.
Well, you're able to pick up your first win of the season, so congratulations to you, Justin. But I know there's some people on the side of this machine that you got to thank.
Yeah, as always, got to thank you, Roger, and everyone at Turn 3. You guys do a great job, and it's always a pleasure to get the opportunity to speak with you. I got to thank Al for all he does. Actually, I'd like to dedicate this win to Al. He does a lot of hard work, and I've had a miserable 2021 when it comes to iRacing, and he's been telling me to keep my head up. So for all of his hard work, it's kind of thankless at times. I'd like to give this one to Al. And of course, I got to thank my teammates at the Empire Racing Team and new sponsor here on the modified Wegmans.
Well, there you hear from the winner tonight. He drives the number 20. He hails out of New York, and he'll wheel and deal his big block to victory lane here tonight. Congratulations to the driver of the 20 of Justin McDuff, and rolling right down through here tonight, finishing in P number 2. Hey, Cotton Eye Joe, where did you come from, and how did you get to wheeling and dealing with Chris Brown at the end of this one after that last chance qualifier and coming through the field twice?
Well, first and foremost, I want to apologize to Wayne McDuff and CJ LeVere. I got into them, one of them, or both of them throughout the race. I didn't mean to do it. It's just the track was so slick and people run different lines. But, man, towards the end there, I really found the middle of the track, and you could really get good runs coming off the corner, running through the middle. Man, it was tough coming from the back twice, but I said after the conce it was going to be a battle of attrition, and that's ultimately what it turned into.
These big blocks being the 3rd race of the season. You guys have had a lot of seat time now with them, but this track changed and the groove moved and the bumps started to form. How hard is it when the track slicks off so much and the bumps became a big factor? You're not just racing the drivers and the track or you're racing the drivers and then the track surface.
Well, a lot of it is throttle control and making sure you're not spinning tires and whatnot, and hitting those bumps, man. When you're trying to work the throttle and the wheel, once you hit one of those bumps, it just throws your car anywhere. So those bumps definitely were playing a factor into this race.
Well, you're able to move yourself back up here after winning that last chance qualifier and heading to the rear of the field here tonight. So congratulations on a podium spot here tonight. Who you got to thank that works on this number 40?
Ultimately, I got to thank my fiance for letting me come back here, race with everyone. You guys, Roger, with Turn 3 Racing Network, for putting on awesome shows. I got to thank my number one fan out there, Kyle Lester. I know he's probably tuning in. He's probably jumping up and down 'cause I got a podium. I got to thank my teammates that are with me every week. And ultimately got to thank Jordan Henn Racing for putting me in this race car tonight. It was bad fast. It's just that it was unfortunate I got into a couple of guys, and I really apologize for that.
There you hear it from the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania tonight. Josiah Millen will pick up his first podium finish of the season. He was able to pick up the last chance qualifier win, and now he'll finish second in the A-main event tonight. That leaves one man standing on the podium, and that's Chris Brown. He will pick up tonight the iRacing Sprint Car Asphalt Cup Award, biggest mover and shaker of the race, as he has picked up 20 spots, starting back into the 23rd position. Chris, 23rd on the grid coming into the A-main. What was the plan of attack here when you had to start so far back?
Just make it through the race, really. I didn't think I was going to be able to move up like I was able to. I wasn't fast all night long. I didn't qualify well. I didn't heat race well, and I really barely made it out of the last chance qualifier. So I was just trying to log laps tonight. I didn't think I was going to get up here.
Most of this night, we saw that 136 down around the inside, catfishing it. But towards the end, you moved up to the outside. Did you find something at the end of this race?
Not really. I was just trying to move around and find some speed. The middle was pretty fast for me for a little bit. The bottom was fast at the beginning of the race. Then I moved up to the middle, and then I moved up to the top and back to the middle. I was trying to find speed, but I wasn't able to find enough.
But it's still going to be a good points night, especially after last week's disappointing 17th place finish where you weren't able to bring that machine back across the start-finish line at the end of that one. A lot of work went into getting this car prepared here tonight. Was the car 100%?
Yeah, I think so. I just got to get better at driving these things, I think. I'm pretty good in everything else. I haven't quite figured these ones out yet, I don't think. But it's a good result tonight. Awesome to come from the last row of the race up to the front row.
Well, you finish off on the podium here tonight. As we head a little bit closer to home for you here on the virtual side of thing, we're going to head out to Fairbury just next Thursday night. How do you think your chances are? Are you going to turn a lot of laps this week?
No, I love Fairbury. That's one of my favorite tracks on here. So hopefully I can get a W next week. If not, another podium.
Well, Chris, I know there's a lovely lady back there behind you that makes this all possible. Who do you got to thank tonight for finishing in third?
I'm going to thank Christian Jones Boudoir for sponsoring the car, my wife for letting me do this, you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast at Turn 3, and Upstate Racing League for putting on this awesome league.
There you hear it from your third place finisher tonight. Chris Brown gonna rally from the back of the field to get to the front of the field. A third place finish here tonight for Chris Brown. Congratulations to that whole group, as, well, it was a wild one to say the least here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. And, well, let's take the look here at our finishing results for our feature event tonight for the RNR Auto Graphics 60. Take a look. Justin McDuff, Chris Brown, Josiah Millen. You heard from all three of them. Then it's the Bellman back there in fourth with Doug Ungari finishing strongly into the fifth position. Al Smith in sixth with Dylan Rabtoy. Look at him. The young man finishes seventh here tonight. The resident Canadian who invades the Southerners, he finishes eighth. Charlie Hayes finishes inside the top 10 despite having to spin himself and then go towards the back of the field here. He will finish into the ninth position. Wade McDuff finishes 10th with Jason Dobbs back into 11th. Robbie Schaefer, a disappointing 12th place finish, and Justin Smith back there finishing 13th. Justin Fuller, that's going to be a disappointment. That's going to be a hard one to swallow. Fuller back there 14th. Colin Philp, the last driver on the lead lap, with Paul LaCourte finishing 2 laps down to the Magic Bus Racing RNR Autographics 33R. He goes 16th. Richard French is 17th. CJ LeVere is in the 18th position, leaving tonight. 19th will go to the 2B of Brett Bartels, and then the 11 Illinois of Brian Hacker. 26 laps down off the race pace, knocked the rear end out of it, had to go to pit road. Cole Day, a disappointing night for him, too. He'll finish 21st with Nicholas Weatherby in 22nd, Alex Oriens, and, of course, the 77H of Jordan Henn in 24th. Bennett and McIntyre were the alternates here tonight. They did not take to the green flag tonight. So tonight's race is officially in the books here for the Bartell Builders Big Block Series presented by the Upstate Racing League. We got to thank all the guys over at the Bartell Builders. I know a lot of these guys really appreciate everything they have done for the Upstate Racing League. And, of course, RNR Auto Graphics, tonight's sponsor here at the Limaland Speedway. If you need an iRacing wrap, race fans, make sure to check out RNR Auto Graphics. Scoonies Country Market, the number 1 market here for the Upstate Racing League. Of course, M&M's Country Store. Make sure to check them out in their diner. Eddie's Meat. Nobody beats Eddie's Meat. And, of course, Best Colorful Creations. Those cake pops that Best make, let me tell you, race fans, on point. Of course, our onboard coverage footage brought to us by the guys over at Ski Graphics. And, of course, the RC Wraps by Carpies. They're going to be next week's race sponsor when we head to the Fairbury Speedway. And, of course, the iRacing Sprint Car Asphalt Cup Series, racing Sundays and Tuesdays. And, of course, all the guys over at the Baldwin Motorsports, Racing to Stop Bullying, partnering with the Upstate Racing League here this season. We thank them for their continued support also. And we thank all the race fans here tonight that have tuned in to watch the R&R Auto Graphics 60 here for the Bartell Builders Big Blocks. Race fans, if it wouldn't be for you tuning in here, we wouldn't be here either. So we thank you for your continued support for not only the Upstate Racing League, but, of course, us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Next week, though, we do head to the Fairbury Speedway for some more dirt track slinging action. The Beast from the Northeast will invade the Midwest and go racing at Fairbury. You don't want to miss that right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. But for everybody at Bartell Builders, R&R Auto Graphics, the Upstate Racing League, and, of course, I'm Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and we can't wait to see you at the races.